Welcome to my presentation of why you should attend my paid community, why you should join my paid community, obviously by Akshath Sharma. Let's not dilly-dally, let's not waste your time. Let's just talk about why you are really here, why you clicked on this website, why you really reached this place while you're watching this video. Let me know if this is like right or wrong. Okay. Reason number one, you are finally fed up of starting your self-improvement journey over and over again, always seeing half-assed results and never actually being able to achieve your goals that you're setting. You are always setting goals, but you're never really able to achieve them to the full potential. Reason number two, you lack brotherhood. The friends that you already have are absolute dumbasses, and you're looking for a tribe that you can be helpful and supportive to your self-improvement journey. Reason number three is you have bigger ambitions than your friends and family, and I trust that you can achieve it all. I genuinely do, either on your own with great difficulty, trial and error, and failing over and over again, or with my help with less trial and error and potentially lesser difficulty but difficult stuff. Introduction of me, who I am, who the fuck I am, what do I do. My name is Akshath Sharma and I help young Indian men who are deeply passionate about the concepts and benefits of self-improvement go from being stuck in a rut because of unclear actionable steps and unrelatable mentor and a lack of consistency and motivation and a lack of discipline slash accountability to now not only being able to make progress but actually get their desired transformation so that they can finally be confident about becoming a strong, masculine, attractive, high value and successful man who is only getting better at it. And by the way, if you're a girl watching this, don't worry, I can still help you out. Just that my products are more focused towards helping men, but you'll see soon that I also help them. Okay, so let me quickly talk about my origin story, my sort of how I started, how I got into self improvement. So what made me who I am basically. This is a picture of me from I think 2018, 19. This is what I used to look like. So let's talk about the beginning. When I was in ninth class, I hadn't studied for an exam a single day in my life. I wasn't a bad student per se, but I wasn't really a scholar either. I was kind of in the always in the background, never to be noticed, never participated anywhere meaningful enough to get praised or awarded for. I wasn't really popular. My friends liked me, but literally nobody else did. And it wasn't because I was an asshole or unpopular in any way. Like I was sort of known. I was like always known, but nobody really knew me for something. You know, there's always the athlete kid. There's always the smart kid. I wasn't really like I didn't have a label attached to me. So I didn't really have any girlfriend, and I wasn't really attractive, like as attractive as I would like to be, as attractive as all the other friends that I had who were supposedly they had like two or three girlfriends. This is what I used to look like in school. This is the left picture is from my farewell. The right picture is, I think, from my 11th standard. This is what I used to look like. These are a few pictures of me so you can understand what kind of a person I was. These are mostly around the same time period from ninth standard to 12th standard, so my high school era. The first few pictures are from my first YouTube video. We're going to talk about that later. The one family trip that I had. There's a school picture, there's a farewell picture, and this is what my physique used to look like while I was in school. This picture was after I had graduated from our school. So after I had done my farewell and everything, this was my physique. This is what skinny fat hair used to look like. Let's talk about the change in me. What really changed? My real origin story, like my sort of superpower moment. So this was right about the first time when I felt scared for my future, like genuinely scared, because ninth class was the first time ever that you could be failed and you would be forced to repeat a standard. I wasn't really scoring amazing marks, and you can imagine I was scared of failing, like everybody is like, but I actually had a chance, like I could genuinely like fail. So I studied for the first time in my life. I had to teach myself from scratch, and I have a video about that on my channel. I had to teach myself from scratch how to literally study, how to focus, how to study for hours straight, how to actually memorize. I had to like autistically learn about all these details, right? So I studied for the first time in my life on my own, no tuition, and I barely passed. Can you imagine? Like, this was the first time I took matters into my own hand and I decided that I'm going to start working on myself full time now. For the first time, I felt like only I can decide if my life goes well or if it doesn't. So class 10th boards, felt like a significant, or should I say, sort of like a canon event for me. I was really determined to do well in them. And for the entire year, I studied and I did a little above average. This was until my pre-board. So the last pre-boards that you have right before your board exams, this was right about them. I barely got like slightly above average marks. My usual average were like 50 to 55% marks. This time I got like 65, 67. But my goals were much higher than that. It wasn't until 3 months before the actual board exams that I stepped up my studying. So right before I got the results from my pre-board, then I got this like surge of motivation that if I don't start working towards my future right now, it's like never. I'm never gonna be able to do anything in my life. That was the sort of mindset that I was going through. So I stepped up my studying game. I studied day and night, 7 to 8 hours on end. So I would study 7 to 8 hours, take a break, eat food, take a nap, and then study for 7 to 8 hours again. That was my usual daily routine. I finally managed to score 80% marks in my 10 board exams. For the first time in my life, I was super fucking proud. Like, this was like genuinely life changing. Look at my dumb fucking face, like smiling, all happy and shit. So that incident may sound insignificant to you, and maybe it genuinely was insignificant because I don't really respect the traditional education in some way. But for me, it was an epiphany. It was like a light bulb moment that I had. Finally, for the first time in my life, I realized that if I set a goal for myself, plan and strategize for it smartly, give myself clear actionable steps, and then take systematic and consistent efforts to achieving those goals, I can do it. Like whatever it is, I can do it. So I created sort of like a framework for myself and for setting and achieving goals. And in 12th class, I did the exact same thing, followed the exact same framework and got 85% marks this time. That is exactly what I planned for. This is exactly what I wanted. In 10th, I aimed of getting 80% marks. I worked really hard to get there. In 12th, I did it again. I aimed for 85 and I got that. I did this to prove to myself and to my parents that the first time wasn't just luck. This was my story of how I got hooked and addicted to self improvement. After I discovered this, that if I work hard and achieve something that is seemingly like meaningless to me, because I don't really respect traditional education. I think it's flawed and a very arbitrary system. I think after the British left, we should have changed the education system in a lot of areas, but that's just my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. I sort of developed this delusional mindset and that I could do anything that I put my mind into. Nothing felt impossible. I thought I could probably work towards other areas of my life as well. I started to tackle things one by one. Okay. So this is very interesting, and this is something that I'm extremely proud of. Okay. So I set superficial but easy to achieve goals like improving my looks. Like if you think about it, it's really important to improve work on your looks. By the way, as a man, you really, especially if you're an Indian guy, you're not really that tall. You don't have that sort of advantage, especially if you're like a teenager. You don't have that muscle advantage. You probably don't have like a Sam Sulek sort of physique, right? So you have to work on the things that you can work towards. So improving my looks would be probably, it was like really high on the bar. So that's the first thing I started working towards. I followed the framework. Within a couple of months, I had successfully improved my looks. I improved the way my face looked. Like my jawline was shaper, my face structure was more mature, and my skin looked more brighter. It more glowed a little bit more, and my pimples were gone. A lot of things changed, right? Next up was my physique. I had been working out at home, but wasn't really satisfied. Like I had the knowledge of building muscle, but like you can see how my physique looked, right? So this isn't really something that you should be proud of. Like this is me after working out for like years, right? But I was only working out at home, so this isn't really something that I can show off to people and be like, okay, this is how you build an aesthetic physique. It's clearly not aesthetic. It don't even have a V taper, right? So you can imagine that I was still extremely unsatisfied with the physique. So I had been working out at home, but I wasn't really satisfied. I had the knowledge of building muscle, but wasn't really able to apply it. I started going to the gym, but I wasn't really consistent. Like after 12th, I started going to the gym because I became complete degenerate. My father was like, at least go to the gym, do something with your life, right? So I applied the same framework and got results within a couple of months than I had gotten in years before that. So think about that. I had gotten more results within a couple of months than I had gotten in years worth of time. And you can argue and say maybe it was puberty or some shit, but I had hit puberty way before that. Like my facial hair was growing way before that. I had that little surge of muscle building before. So only thing that did was applied this new framework, and that gave me such a boost. Like I didn't even started taking pre-workout like protein or creatine. That I just very recently started taking those things, right? So I wanted to start a YouTube channel for a very long time, but I wasn't really consistent enough to improve enough that I will start getting like meaningful views. I started posting back in 2022, 2023, and I wasn't really getting good views. Like I was getting like 20, 30 views per video. And that was still good for like a very fresh channel, but I wasn't really satisfied with that. I believe that I had more value to give, and that my knowledge or my videos in general deserved more views. I wasn't just not really good at creating videos like I am right now. I'm good at talking to videos and stuff. I wasn't really good at that back then. I applied the same brief framework and I got 1,000 subscribers within the first 7 months of starting my YouTube channel. It takes people anywhere from 12 to 24 months to get to their first 1,000 subscribers. Anywhere from 50 to 100 or 120 videos. I got there in 7 months with 70 videos. How crazy is that? Here are some of my pictures. So this is what my physique looks like. I should probably have like posted better videos, but this is what my physique looks like. There's a picture of me in a talk. I was basically invited to talk for my father's some event that my father was hosting. Um, this is a picture of me to show basically that my skin and my face have improved. I started working on myself more, started reading more books, and finally a better picture of my physique. So this is exactly what I did. Like I applied the same playbook. Oh, by the way, these physique pictures and other pictures, these are like from months ago. So if I show you, you can check out my more recent videos to check out what my physique looks like. These are pictures from my first very few YouTube videos. Maybe I'll make them public. These are unlisted right now, but these are images from my first ever YouTube video. I used to think that my videos were exceptional, like the blue, like the picture with blue background. You see, I thought this was a fucking masterpiece. I thought I looked like $1,000 fucking, and I did not. Looking back, like bro, I cringe so fucking hard. Like I don't even want to make them public, but I will just to give you like some sort of inspiration if you want to also start a YouTube channel. See where people start off and see where like within a couple of months of posting a lot of videos gets them. So I didn't just apply this framework on myself. There's other people that I helped as well. So if you don't know, last month I started like a 10-day workshop in order to help 10 people improve themselves, become better version of themselves. I taught them discipline, habit building, consistency, how to not procrastinate, build a better mindset, stuff like that. And I also helped them set realistically unrealistic goals and how to achieve them. And I just gave them as much value as possible. So it was a free workshop, 10-day workshop, and here are some of the people who got value. So the first person is Dhruti. As I said, if you're a girl watching this, I can still help you. Dhruti was a girl and she got immense value. I have also applied this framework to a bunch of my students like Dhruti who used to scroll on Instagram but a lot, but now has stopped completely. Like she told me in this particular interview that I took that she has finally like every single time she opens her phone to scroll on Instagram within a minute or two she's reminded that this is what the fuck am I doing, and she puts it away. So that is something that she has developed because of my coaching. This is Danish. I just took his interview like maybe yesterday. Previously, he was not consistent. He was not committed to his self-improvement journey, and he described his self-improvement as being stuck in a rut, but not really, which basically means that he was stuck in a rut, but he was not really ready to accept that. So, but he is now consistently working towards his goals and is working on building discipline. He's 100% more comfortable saying that he is confident in achieving his goals. He wants to become a great football player, and I believe that he can with the help of my framework, with the help of my coaching, etc. So credibility proof. If you can check out their testimonials and other people's full testimonials below if you want to. more about their experience, if you want to know more about their experience, if you want to watch the entire video, watch the entire testimonial, they'll be listed somewhere around this video. Let's talk about what you get inside the community now, which is what you really are here for. Number one thing, and most importantly, is you want to get a tribe of men that are just like you. Finding men on self improvement is exceptionally hard. Like, let's just be extremely honest, right? Finding men on self improvement is close to impossible because you don't really find men that have the similar mindset than you. Most people, most friends, most family is just dragging you down all the time, and it's even harder to find high value people or self improvement people that are Gen Zs that are in the same generation as us, right? And ironically, it's even more difficult to find people on self improvement that are Gen Z and Indian. So you may be able to find like online people that are on self improvement, but they're just white people like in United States or United Kingdom. You can't relate to them in any way. Like these people are already working at jobs in McDonald's and shit. You can't relate to their situation at all. So you want accountability partners and you want non-degenerate friends. I'll give that to you inside the community. I have a lot of people. I like my content only attracts high value people, only attracts self improvement people, and especially Indian men. So that's what you get inside the community, the first thing. You also get access to a bunch of courses that you can choose from. If you choose to be in the free community, by the way, I have two communities. There's a free community and a paid community. If you choose to be in the free community, these courses will have an individual price on them, which will be higher. So you can choose to buy them there. Oh, this is the reason why I have like a higher price on them in the paid community is because these are just highly valuable on their own. But there may be a particular situation for a particular person who doesn't want like the all of the courses that I have in the paid community. More of that later. But just wants this one particular course, right? So you can just join the free community, purchase that one course, and it'll be yours. Or you could choose to be in the paid community where you'll just have to pay a small subscription fee and all of these courses will be available for you for free. Plus you get everything in the pay like in the free community. Like you get accountability partners, you get group coaching, live classes, all of that. I'm gonna talk about that later. So let's talk about the courses inside. I have a fully recorded course on accountability, mentality, deep work, discipline, consistency, and any other tool that you would require to aid in your self-improvement journey. This is the 10-day workshop course that I had created. You will get the recordings of the live workshops, plus you will get additional resources that I felt were important. So that's exactly what it says right here. I have a course on how to build an aesthetic physique. I have a detailed course on warrior mentality, and I'm also currently working on courses that will be available to you as well. Of course, for free if you're in the paid community, and for paid if you're in the free community. I get the irony, but it is very important to structure it like that as an entrepreneur. So as of now, only one course is fully available. I don't want to bullshit you. Only one course is completely available. That is the recorded course. Plus, I keep adding more and more resources into that. Rest is unpublished. As you can see in the Fitness 101 course, it's like the publish button is ready to this. That means it's unpublished right now. But you can see there's a lot of modules already uploaded. Plus, I'm like working on getting more and more modules there. Plus, I'm planning on getting like a lot of workouts as well. A lot of like recipes that you can cook on your own. So this is like everything you need in order to build an aesthetic physique. Everything, right? So I'm working on stuffing as much value inside as possible. Here's an example of what I'm working on currently. You just saw the video, right? So there's a lot of modules: 100 push-ups, skinny fat, muscles, gym terminology, compound, nerdy stuff, progressive overload. Basically everything that you need to know in order to build an aesthetic physique and more. Live classes, there's always also going to be live classes. You will get access to live events that I host as soon as I have more than 10 people inside my paid community. I'll start doing these live sessions in there where twice a month I will host a free live session where I will speak with you and I will help you improve and answer your questions, take any requests for videos and so on. Alright, lastly, what you get there is solutions to your most major and the most daunting problems. Let me know if this is like accurate or not. Problem number one is accountability. I keep hosting challenges inside, which is like this new concept of a product in there, kind of like a course, but you unlock more as you move on. So a challenge is exactly what it sounds like. It's a literal challenge where you'll be required to log in every single day. You'll be required to submit habit trackers, submit other resources, submit answers to survey questions, and you'll be competing with other high value men who will also be taking part in the challenge. There will be a proper scoreboard and a leaderboard where you'll be able to know who is winning and who is losing. And lastly, there's also rewards associated with the challenges. So the current challenge that I'm holding is called the Winter Arc Challenge. It's a 3 month long 90-day challenge where every single week, or in the paid community, it's every single week because these people I've already coached them. So every single week you're required to submit your habit tracker. Plus every single week you unlock a new recording of video that I've posted. So you keep getting value, and you have to be accountable because you have to keep posting your habit tracker there, right? So you do that for like 12, 13, however many weeks you have to do. And then at the end, I tally all the scores. The platform where I host my community does that automatically. I see who is at the top of the leaderboard, and that person is rewarded 500 rupees, which is the exact same fees as the challenge itself. The challenge is for 500 rupees. You complete the challenge, you win, you get 500 rupees back. It's as simple as that. So there's a level of competition associated with it as well. Number two is it's basically paid coaching, like because there are so few people inside the community right now. Think about it, like the majority of communities that you have on the internet right now at least have 500 people inside, at least 500. So it's completely saturated. There's like, what are the chances that you will actually be able to speak to the community manager? What are the chances that you'll actually be able to tell your problem and get help solutions with the actual host of the community itself? Literally zero, close to zero. But with me, it's like guaranteed to do that because I'm making sure that it is. Inside the community, I also talk about entrepreneurship, which I haven't really talked about in my YouTube videos at all as of now. And I'm also going to be working on a course about money making online and creating an online business, like just like what I'm doing right now. Right. So there's a whole lot of nitty gritties in there. There's entrepreneurship mindset. There is how to build a website, how to buy hosting. There's so many little things that you genuinely will not learn about until you actually get inside and you learn about the things that you have to do. And then you start doing them, and you're like, fuck, I also need a website. Fuck, I also need a hosting. Fuck, I also need this, need that. You won't know about it until you actually commit to becoming an entrepreneur. And I'm going to be talking about all of that inside my paid community. So the age old big ass question, what the fuck do you pay? The big question. I won't dilly dally. You pay 249 for a single month subscription. Yes, you pay 249, 250 rupees. Or you could choose to pay 699 every 3 months. So quarterly price is 699.99. If you choose to pay the 250 rupees per month, it'll be expensive for you. If you choose 699, it'll be less expensive, of course. Or you could pay 2500 yearly, which is the most smart decision, but you'll be paying more money upfront, but you'll getting the entire month's, like entire year subscription, right? You can pay using UPI, credit card, debit card, whatever the fuck you like. I know it's annoying that you have to pay for like communities using a credit card. Most of you I know probably don't have a credit card. That's why I also included the option of UPI here because most of you will have probably have UPI, right? So it's a subscription based community. I don't want to be like scamming you or anything. It's not a one time investment. You keep paying every single month. It's a subscription. Okay. So keep that in mind when you enroll for this community. It's kind of like Netflix. Like you pay every single month or every single quarter or a year, right? So speaking of Netflix, if you have Netflix, just know that the cheapest subscription of Netflix is for 299 rupees per month. So if you can afford Netflix, you can 100% afford my community as well. Stop fucking coping. If you're saying that if you can invest 299 rupees for anime and a bunch of bullshit movies, you can afford my community and pay like 50 rupees less and actually improve your life and actually achieve your goals. So if you're coping and saying you don't have the money, fuck you, you're lying. And you're just disrespecting me because you're saying that my community is not even as valuable as Netflix. The price is not going to stay this forever, just a little bit more incentive for you. I'll keep going up as I get more men inside the community because as I get more men inside, you'll have more accountability partners. It'll be more engaging. It'll be more fun to be inside the community. It'll be like a more valuable Instagram basically. So as I get more credibility, as I get more testimonials that my community is basically like perfect, I'll keep upping the price. So after I get 10 more people in, right now I have 5. After I get 10 more, I'll up the price to 500 rupees per month, and respectively, the quarterly and the yearly prices will also go up, of course. I forgot to mention that you keep paying the price that you subscribe at. By the way, for example, right, if you choose to subscribe right now, the price is 250 rupees per month, 699 quarterly, and 2499 yearly. If you subscribe at this price, you will be paying that for the rest of your life. But you lock the price that you right now subscribe at. So if you choose to subscribe at 250 rupees, that's what you will be paying for the rest of your life. Even if I up the price for everybody else, your price will remain the same. Okay. So yeah, if you decide to get inside the paid community right now, you'll lock the price of 250 rupees per month for the rest of your life. How amazing is that? Cool. If you're still somehow not convinced, if you still are a little bit suspicious or you're still a little bit hesitant about joining, I also have a money back guarantee. So if you feel like you're not really getting your money's worth, which is impossible, you send me a text message and I'll give you your full money back. But the only condition is that you have to tell me within a week. If you tell me after a week, I may not be able to issue your money back. Tell me within a week that you're not really satisfied with the community. I'll give you your 100% money back, no questions asked. After that, I may have to ask you some questions. I may have to ask for some time to assess what you have done inside the community, etc. You tell me within a week, give you your money back, no questions asked. So there's literally no reason for you to not join. There's no risk attached. Like if you're not satisfied, I'll literally give you your money back. You join challenges and there's literally a reward. So if you join a challenge and you win a challenge, you literally get your money's worth back. And there's live events, there's a community that you're getting accountability partners. There's literally no reason for you to not join, other than maybe you're coping and saying that you don't have the money, or you're saying like um you're probably saying that you can't, like your parents won't allow you, like what the fuck, you have shoes that are worth like 1,000 rupees? Don't you have something like Netflix? Don't you have airports? Everybody has that shit. Stop coping. Alright, so I think this community is incredibly valuable. So if you're not coping and if you're not being a bitch, join this community right now, and I'm extremely excited to provide you with value, extremely excited to give you as much value as possible. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you inside the community. Bye.